Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I am doing a tutorial for you on this look. This is the makeup that I wore to my MAC interview. I had my first interview with them about a week ago. Yeah, it's been a week now. And it was a makeup interview, so I had to take a model in and do the model's makeup, and it was all very exciting. But when they call you to come in for an interview, they want you to come in like you were ready for work. So like a full face of makeup and all black clothing. So I was very happy to do that, very excited. I'm very excited to say that I was hired. I wanted to work freelance for them, so they hired me for freelance. And the makeup interview was just, it was awesome. It was exhilarating. But anyway, after my interview was over and I was talking to the manager a little bit more, I found out that there were a couple positions open at different counters. So I thought, what the heck, why not? Let's just get this ball rolling. So I had 2 more interviews with different managers. I'm going to have a 4th interview coming up here shortly. And then hopefully we'll see what happens with that. But no matter what happens, I am still freelance for MAC, which means I'm an employee, and I'm very excited about that. Very excited to have my foot in the door. So this is the makeup that I wore for my makeup interview. I wore different looks for the other 2, but very similar to this, just different eye colors. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I put my look together for my interview, keep watching. It's coming right up. Okay guys, so I already started with my base. I used some of this Benefit foundation. It's the Hello Flawless foundation, and I really like this a lot. My color is called I'm So Money Honey. This is an awesome foundation. I had a sample of this not too long ago and I used all of it up, and I've been meaning to go back and buy a full bottle, but Sarah gave this to me the other day, so I think I'm going to be good for a while with that. So I really like that a lot. I did my eyebrows and I used a little bit of my Lorac eyeshadow primer on my eyelids, so we're going to go ahead and get started. For the base on my lids, I'm going to use this eyeliner from MAC. It is called Tarnish, and I really like this a lot. It's a dark green, like a blackened green, I guess, and that's what it looks like. I really like this a lot. So what I'm going to do is apply this as closely to my the base of my lashes as possible, and then I'm going to blend up. And to blend, I'm just going to use this 217 brush from MAC. When I went in for my interview, I wore the Matchmaker foundation in 1.5, and I really like that foundation a lot. And what you want to do is just kind of blend up towards your crease, kind of take it a little bit above the crease, and what I'm going to do is just kind of go over it maybe 1 or 2 more times right here just at the base of my lashes, and then blend it up. I'm going to go ahead and put some of that eyeliner along my lower lash line and smudge that out as well. Okay, so I'm all smudged out now, and of course I didn't zoom in, so that's what it'll look like after you kind of blend everything out. Okay, I actually should have done this before I applied my Tarnish eyeliner to my lids, but I'm going to take a little bit of this paint pot here. It is called Bare Study, and I'm going to use a synthetic brush to apply this, and where I'm going to put this is just right underneath my eyebrow here. And I'm just using a Real Techniques, what is this? I think it's just the regular like eyeshadow brush. So for today's video, I'm going to do things a little bit differently than I would normally do. I'm going to go ahead and apply my highlight color to my brow bone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix Dazzle Light and brulee together. And the reason that I'm doing that is because I don't want so much of a frost under my eyebrow, so I'm going to mix a frost and a matte so that I have kind of like a nice opaque color with a bit of shine. So I'm going to just put that on with this little eyeshadow brush here. And then I'm just pressing it in right on top of the Bare Study paint pot. And then what you can do if you like a little added extra highlight, right underneath the arch you can take a color like Blanc type or Vanilla and just put a little bit on the tip of your brush like so and just press it in right under your arch. Okay, the next color I'm going to use is this one here. It is called Wedge, and this is also a MAC color. And I'm going to use this brush here. This is a 222 brush, and I'm just going to apply this right onto my brow bone. I keep forgetting to zoom in, I'm sorry. Okay, so for my overall lid color I'm going to use Club, and I realized that I just used it in a video, but I wanted to show you guys what I wore to my interview, and this is how I did my eyes for my makeup interview. So this is Club, and Club is like a greenish brown color. The reason that I decided to use tarnish eyeliner as a base is because I really wanted to bring out the green in Club as opposed to the brown. But because I used brown along my brow bone, this will kind of help to bring out both the colors in the eyeshadow. So I'm going to use my 239 brush here to apply Club to my lid. Okay, and then I'm going to go back into that with that 222 brush and just blend out the edge here. Okay, I'm going to take my 217 brush here and I'm just going to swirl it around in Club, and I'm going to put this along my lower lash line as well. For my interview, I did wear gel eyeliner. I used black, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on now. And for my first interview, I winged it out quite a bit, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and go for kind of like a severe wing. To apply this, I'm going to use this brush here. This is from Sonia Kashuk, and this is one of my favorite brushes for applying gel eyeliner. It comes to a nice point, so if you have trouble using the traditional eyeliner brushes like this, try one of these, because I find that I have a lot more control and I can really like get a nice point going on the wing with this brush. So just a little tip for those of you that have trouble with gel eyeliner. I just lay the brush down on my lashes and pull outward. Makes it a little bit easier than trying to draw, you know, a straight line all at one time. Okay, so the winged liner is on, and there's that. I originally wore some false lashes to my interview, and but I'm going to skip the lashes for the video only because my eyes lately have been really irritated, and I think it's because I wore false lashes like 3 times last week and my eyes just, they're not used to it. So I'm going to kind of skip the false lashes for today's look. But I wore these. These are from Ardell. They're the dummies. Let me get it on here. These are the Demi lashes, the 102, and these are dupes for, this is a dupe for the number 7 lashes from MAC. So just thought I would share that little tidbit with you guys. But those are what I wore, and like I said, I have to skip it for today. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and apply lots and lots of black mascara. Okay, mascara's on. I'm going to go ahead and line my upper and lower waterlines with some black eyeliner. Okay, what I'm doing now is taking an angled eyeliner brush, dipping it into some matte black eyeshadow, and running it along my lash line at the gel liner. Because sometimes when I put my mascara on, or actually when I curl my lashes, I get kind of close and I end up taking off just a little bit of the liner. So I like to go back over with some black eyeshadow. To fill in the little gaps. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of vanilla eyeshadow, which is this one right here, on a brush like this. And that's just going to go right into my inner corner here, just to brighten that up a tad. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and conceal, and I have this Match Perfection concealer from Rimmel. And Sarah gave this to me also. I guess it's the wrong color for her. She gave me a lot of things. She's been trying out like different products because her skin color changed. She got really pale since the summer, and so she's having difficulty. So she keeps buying all of these like concealers and foundations and whatnot, trying to find the perfect color for her. So I'm going to try this out. I've never tried it before. I just put some on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use this Real Techniques. This is the Deluxe Crease Brush. I'm going to use this to apply the concealer. I wanted to address something very quickly because whenever I do tutorials like this where my eye makeup is really super dark, I always get comments or questions about making my eyes look even more deep set or smaller. When you wear your makeup like this, there's always the chance that you're going to make your eyes appear more deep set or smaller than they really are. The only thing that I can suggest, and this is what I always do and have done for the longest time, is I always make sure that I highlight certain parts of my eye. So always highlight the inner corner. And then what I do also, and I don't show this in videos anymore because the 2 colors that I like to use have been discontinued from MAC, but I like to use Tissue Weight and Jest. And I take those 2 colors and I place them right in here to kind of lighten that area up and open it up a little bit more, so that when I do wear colors that are this dark on my lid, I have a little more brightening right in here to kind of counter that darkness, if that makes any sense. Because this will make your eyes look even deeper or even smaller. You know, it's just what happens when you wear really dark eye makeup. Well, that concealer's not too bad. I actually like that. So, okay, for my interview, I did contour. So I'm going to go ahead and contour with some of my Hoola bronzer, and I'm using this flat top. It's kind of like, I guess, a kabuki brush. It's a long handle. And I'm just dropping everything today. What I did was I just took the edge of the brush here and just ran that along my cheekbone or right under, like that. I don't typically contour, and I have said this many times. I don't contour because it has a tendency to make my cheeks look a little more sunken in than they really are. But for my interview, I did. Now, if I would have had a MAC bronzer, I probably would have used their matte bronze. Their matte bronzer. It's like Hoola, because I'm not really a like shiny kind of person. I'm not a shiny kind of person. That sounded so dumb. I'm totally distracted right now. I'm not a glittery kind of person when it comes to, you know, like bronzer or contouring or anything like that. Like, I just don't like any kind of like glitter or shine. Okay, for the rest of my face, I just take the tip or the flat top and push it in like that. And I just kind of press this in and blend around my face. Okay, for my cheeks. Alright, the reason that I skipped out on showing you guys my cheeks was because I went off on this tangent and I was just talking and talking and talking, and I realized that, I mean, I spent like a good 10 minutes just talking about whatever, I don't even know. So I'm skipping that whole entire part, and what I wore on my cheeks was this blush here from Milani. It is called Red Vino, and it's a very nice blush, very pigmented, so if you've never tried Milani before and you buy it, be careful because you can put too much, but it's a very nice red with a gold running through it. So I wanted to tell you guys something very quickly before I forget. And this is kind of what I was talking about when I went off on my little tangent, but I'm going to like turn it into a 2-minute conversation instead of a 10-minute. So if you're going to go interview for MAC, try to wear all MAC on your face. You know, as far as like foundation goes, it's highly unlikely that they will be able to look at your skin and say, oh, you're wearing Matchmaker, or you have Studio Fix Fluid on your face. You know, they're not going to be able to tell that, but as far as your eyes go, they will, a lot of the artists are that good that they can look at your eyes and say, oh, you're wearing Club, or you have Sketch, or Saddle, or whatever. So try to wear as much MAC as you can. Now, if you can't afford to go out and buy MAC, which to be honest, and with me, I mean, I just couldn't afford to go out and get a new blush and my eyebrow pencil and all that stuff. Like, I didn't have $100 to go drop at MAC to get myself ready for my interview. So what I did was I went on YouTube and I found some dupes for blushes. I found a dupe for, what else did I find a dupe for? Oh, there was something else. I can't remember. I think it was for my lips, but I actually ended up wearing, I do have a MAC lip liner and lip gloss. But anyway, if you're going to interview and you can't afford to go and buy a lot of MAC, there's always dupes that you can go out and purchase. But what I would really suggest is, if you can, make sure that your eyeshadow colors are from MAC. Because like I said, they can look at you and tell what you're wearing. I can't tell you how many times I've gone into MAC and they'll look at my eyes and they'll say, oh, you know, are you wearing, I don't know, I like Mulch and Sketch and colors like that, and they'll look at me and they'll guess, and I'm not kidding, 9 times out of 10 they're like right on the money. So you know, obviously they won't be able to tell what kind of gel liner you're using. Gel liner is, you know, gel liner, whether you have an Essence gel liner or if you have Black Track, you know. But I would really suggest, as far as your eyes go, picking up some eyeshadows. You know, like I said, for me, I could not afford to go out and buy all MAC stuff because I just, in my current situation right now, I haven't worked in like a month. The company that I'm working for, that I'm doing that PRN, my dog is in here. That company that I'm doing that PRN work for, they haven't called me to work in a month. So money's been tight, and now Christmas is coming, and so anyway, I'm going to use my Real Technique setting brush here to put a little bit of loose powder underneath my eye, because I forgot to do that. And I still feel like I have entirely too much blush on my face. I like blush, but I don't like it when it kind of like overpowers my face. I'm going to take this brush here. This is a Sue Moxley brush. And I'm just going to take some powder and go all over my face with it. For my lips, I used Plum Lip Liner from MAC. I used my e.l.f. matte lip color, kind of like in the center here. And then I went over that with this MAC lip gloss that I have. It's called Flaunting It, and this is from that Peacock collection that they had out, I think it was like 2 years ago or something like that. Okay guys, so I'm done with my look. This is how I wore my makeup for my first interview, and it's a lot, I know. And this is actually a lot more than I'm used to wearing on my face, but they want you to come in with a full face of makeup. They want you to come in like you are ready to work that day. So if you guys have any questions or anything for me, leave those in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.